Hey everybody, welcome to the Narc Network. I'm Dean, the host of the Narc Network and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 249 on the Narc Network, and the title of episode 249 is The Narcissist Wants You to Reach Out. Now, what are we talking about when we make this particular reference here? Well, this is usually something that we'd be talking about when the narcissist has either put you in a discard, they've detached from you, they've stopped talking to you, you're not really communicating with them. You've gone some period of time with them where they haven't reached out to you, you haven't reached out to them, and there's been no dialogue for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, maybe longer than that. And you may be wondering what's going on with the narcissist. It's perhaps, excuse me, possible that they've set you where they've blocked you on social media, or they've blocked your phone, or whatever. But more prevalently, it can be in an instance where they haven't blocked you anywhere, or they just haven't reached out to you in some particular period of time. And you're wondering why you haven't heard from them. You know, there can be many dynamics as to what's going on with this, but basically you haven't talked to the narcissist in some particular period of time. Why isn't the narcissist reaching out to you, especially if you have been in a situation where there isn't any, animosity going on, there isn't anything negative between you two, or whatever that has gone on, or perhaps there's been a period of time where there's been no dialogue with you, but nothing really bad is going on. There's no reason for the narcissist not to be reaching out to you, or to be communicating with you, but yet here they are, they're not reaching out to you at all. They're not trying to talk to you or communicate with you in any way. Why are they doing that? By the same sense, you can also say, why are you doing this to the narcissist? But if you know that they're a narcissist, your reason for doing that is probably different than the narcissist's reason actually is. The reason the narcissist is doing this is because they don't want to reach out to you, because that puts you in control. If they reach out to you and you reject them in some particular way, narcissists hate rejection. They hate being shoved away. They hate being limited by what they can do if they can communicate with you, whether or not you want to communicate with them. If they reach out to you, they put you in control. They do not want you in control. As we've talked about on the Narc Network before, narcissists are all about having control of everything, and I've gone into many details where I've used examples of my own experiences with my narcissist to basically teach you guys how they execute control over you. But there's many instances on the Narc Network, and you can go out there and type in, how narcissists use control on the internet or on YouTube, and you will find 1,000 different people talking about why narcissists seek to control you and why they don't reach out to you, because this puts you in control. If they reach out to you, you become the person in control of deciding whether or not you want to talk to them, whether or not you want to block them, whatever it is you want to do. And the narcissist doesn't want you to have the control to do that. So commonly when they're not having dialogue with you, not talking to you for some period of time, often they will block you on social media. They will block your phone number. They will block you from texting them. They will block you from having any contact with them of any particular type. And this is what happens with them. And this is all part of their control measures to control how you can interact with them, or what your level of interaction is with them, whether there's any interaction at all even. They execute that to have control of the situation as far as you being able to have any interaction with them at all in any particular way. They do not want to give up that control over that interaction. They also don't want to give up control to you that you may reject them if they reach out to you and try to talk to you in some particular manner. And of course there are probably many of you out there who've had narcissistic experiences where your narcissist may have contacted you and you may have blocked them or rejected them in some particular way. And of course, this just pisses off the narcissist. They cannot deal with this. They do not deal well with rejection. They do not deal well with you being in control over them or any of these measures. So essentially what's going on here is they want you to reach out so they can be the one in control of whether or not they want to have interaction with you. But as we've talked about in previous Narcan episodes before, the narcissist has a myriad often of psychological things that affect them as far as the way they are. They've had trauma, they've been programmed, their brains have been programmed in certain ways when they've been in their formative years and in their adolescence and stuff by traumatic things that have happened to them, or behavior things that have happened to them, or just being presented like, you know, being in a position of being treated like a golden child. All these things can form what a narcissist is, and they can affect how the narcissist deals with you, and they can affect how the narcissist wishes to control instances with you as well here too. All these things will affect how the narcissist wants to deal with you, and what their level is of interaction with you, and how it is they want to execute trying to control you in a situation. But ultimately they will try to control you, because this is part of what they need in their psyche to feel stable. They are not usually mentally stable people. They are not usually we've talked about this on the Narcan Network before. Narcissists commonly suffer from anxiety, high-level anxiety, anxiousness. They are usually fucking unstable. They're commonly bipolar. They have a whole pile of things that commonly come along with having an NPD diagnosis. And this just generally makes them unstable people. It makes them unstable to deal with. It makes them unstable with people around them to deal with them. And when you're dealing with an unstable person like this, they need to have all that control to not feel unstable. So this is why they do the things that they do, and why they do those things to you, to gain control and to seek some stability, and stability over the control of you in those instances. So they don't want to reach out to you because they don't want to lose that control. It all comes down to that. They don't want to give you control over the ability to, you know, blow them off, to deny them access to you, or anything of this nature, to reject you, or for you to reject them, I should say. They don't want to deal with any of that stuff because their brains can't deal with that stuff really well. Whereas you out there who may not be a narcissist and may be the victim, you perhaps don't have the fragility in your brain stability or that the narcissist has. And if you contact them and they reject you, you may not be bothered at all by this, one way or the other. It just depends on how stable your psyche is and how comfortable you are with yourself, what your current mental state and everything else. But if you don't suffer from all these traumatic things that can affect narcissists, the odds are you're not going to react the same way if a narcissist reaches out to you and you reject them, or if you reach out to them and they subsequently don't deal with you or reject you in some nature. It may not really bother you all that much like it bothers a narcissist due to all the things that they have going on in their brain. But ultimately this is why, or these are the reasons why a narcissist doesn't want to reach out to you. They just don't want you to have control over them, and they lose control if they reach out to you. That puts you in the power. You have all the power when they reach out to you. And they just don't want you to have that power. It just comes down to that. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about in episode 249. I'm going to say please stay tuned. I got lots of content coming up on the Narcan Network and on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel coming up in the next couple of weeks. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you really soon in some other videos.